is a pastor saying the Colorado shooting was a good thing?
Homos got shot? No, I'm not saying that at all. As a matter of fact, I think it's a good thing that they're not here anymore to molest kids. And I'm not condoning anybody to do anything like that. I don't believe it's right to take the law into our own hands. And I've said that so many times. But here's what I won't be upset about. I'm not going to be upset when someone that hates God and actively is promoting against God and hates his guts and molests children, even if it is just their eyeballs, to have to see these freaks writhing around and doing all these crazy dances in front of children, and then afterwards reading them a book or something. I said it's not right to take the law into your own hands, but I do understand why people are so fed up, because our own government is protecting these freaks, and that's all you see on the media right now. Right-wing MAGA kills, these queers, and then some guy jumped in and helped them or whatever. Who cares? Like, I really don't care that those people got killed. And you're like, that sounds really hateful, Pastor. Well, it is hateful because I do hate them, because they're a menace and a wart on the rear end of society.
Well, the book don't tell you nothing about hating people.
There's nothing redeeming about them whatsoever.
You can't redeem.
Listen, we're in America. We can say whatever we want. And I'm not inciting violence, so don't even try to go there. But anyway, happy Thanksgiving. That club got shut up the other day. Now, am I sad that 5 homos got shot? No, I'm not sad at all. As a matter of fact, I think it's a good thing.
Oh my freaking God. So, and then this guy's conflating like pedophilia with homosexuality. I don't know where he gets the connection between that at. So all gay people like to have sex with kids? Where do you get that from? Like, who says that? Like, where's the evidence for that? Like, there's none. So, like, you are tripping. Like, that's not the same thing at all. Like, not at all. Like, you crazy. You are insane, and you don't really know what the hell you're talking about. And then you're like, oh, yeah, is it because I'm hating? Yes, I'm hating. Yes, you're hating. And where does it say in your book to hate people? Like, this is so wrong on 1,000 levels. The freaking congregation is listening to this guy, and he's like, oh, I'm not inciting violence. But then what the hell is your congregation going to do after they're hearing you saying this? I don't disregard. This is one of the things I'll be saying, and we said it before in the other show recently. It's like when you get into your religion, you start to feel like other people's lives, or some people's lives, are more valuable than others. So, like, if you're a Muslim, then you're like, Muslims are more valuable than people that aren't. If you're a Christian, you feel like Christians are more valuable than people are not. Like, and then it doesn't matter if these people die or get killed or whatever, or get mistreated or abused or whatever. It doesn't matter. They're not following God in your eyes. So then they deserve this persecution or whatever the hell happens to them. Like, and then he's like, this is not inciting violence. Whatever, bro. This is the kind of rhetoric that leads to violence. Like, somebody is listening to this, and then they'll go and do a mass shooting, and then you'll be like, I didn't have nothing to do with that. But hey, this guy was in your congregation. They got radicalized by the words that you said, because they look up to you. You're in a state of authority. Whenever you're an authority figure, as a pastor, you need to be very careful about what you say, because you don't know what people are going to do with the words that you say. Let me read a comment underneath the video. It says, there are a lot of people who think like this, and it's so sad. The majority of the people who molest children look like this individual speaking. I was sexually abused as a child, and each time it was by a heterosexual male.
So that we're demonizing all heterosexual males.
No, that's not what she's saying. She's rebuttaling what he's saying. He's saying that. Did you hear the clip? Let me play it again, because I don't know if he was here. Let me play this. Did you hear it?
That club got shut up the other day. Now, am I sad that 5 homos got shot? No, I'm not sad at all. As a matter of fact, I think it's a good thing that they're not here anymore to molest kids. And I'm not condoning anybody to do anything like that. I don't believe it's right to take the law into our own hands. And I've said that so many times. But here's what I won't be upset about. I'm not going to be upset when someone that hates God and actively is promoting against God and hates his guts and molests children, even if it is just their eyeballs, to have to see these freaks writhing around and doing all these crazy dances in front of children, and then afterwards reading them a book or something. I said it's not right to take the law into your own hands, but I do understand why people are so fed up, because our own government is protecting these freaks, and that's all you see on the media right now. Right-wing MAGA kills these queers, and then some guy jumped in and helped them or whatever. Who cares? Like, I really don't care that those people got killed. And you're like, that sounds really hateful, Pastor. Well, it is hateful because I do hate them, because they're a menace and a wart on the rear end of society. Amen. And there's nothing redeeming about them whatsoever. Listen, we're in America. We can say whatever we want. And I'm not inciting violence, so don't even try to go there. But anyway, happy Thanksgiving. That
because he's saying that because they're gay, they're pedophiles, and that they, are molesting children or whatever. Like, I don't know where you get that from. Like, how does that fit? So this lady is saying that she was molested as a child, and it was by heterosexual men. So that's the thing. He's saying that it's gay people being pedophiles. They're like, where do you get that from?
Yeah, but my whole thing is that, okay, this whole idea that's I don't know, it just because I got more context with hearing what he was saying, and why they might have said what they said, but they're still implying that heterosexual males, just because because it's like, because you are one, that you're more likely than someone who's not to commit those crimes.
I don't think that's what she was saying. But there is statistics out there, and how many of the people who pedophilia, touching on kids, how many of them were gay and how many of them were straight? If we pulled up those numbers,
50,
what do you think they would say?
Well, I don't know. I would say that they have some sexual depravity, regardless. I mean, I wouldn't leave, because if you're sexually ill, I think that's more of a dynamic than trying to say the reason this person, he was gay or they was or heterosexual, that made them commit this crime. Like, that's just way too.
She's not saying that because they were heterosexual that they made the crime. He's saying that if they're gay, they're pedophiles automatically. That's basically what he's saying. She's not saying that.
But you can't say.
She's saying I was sexually abused, and it was a heterosexual male. She's saying from her personal experience.
But that happened to be her. Yeah, okay, that happened to be her experience. But for her to say, okay, all right, well, my idea of what this type of person is this because of what it was for me. But that doesn't mean that both of those dynamics don't exist, whether they were straight or gay, that they committed a crime that
Yeah, I agree with you. It could be, it could go both ways. But I bet you the statistics show that the majority of them are straight. But this guy is saying that gay people are pedophiles. That's what he's saying. That's why she said that.
Well, I think that stigma came about, especially when when we really kind of look at the dynamics of what happened in the Catholic Church all around, at least this country, and the Boy Scouts, a lot of these things that come out, like, these were men that preyed on the same sex, but kids. So yes. I think that's kind of where that idea comes from, because that's mostly what's we've discussed more. Which we probably should discuss. Okay, what's going on?
That's not necessarily the case for all the cases. Like, and this
No,
guy
I
just
know, but
he's basically
that's
saying
my
if you're gay, you're automatically a pedophile. That's what
I
he's saying.
know, I get it, but that's why I'm trying to make a point. Like that, we make it just as dangerous as this guy if we're gonna try to, still try to say, okay, well, it was because of this type of person that it happened to me. It's like
But
yes, because that's not the reason why those things are happening. It's because these people are fucking sick,
and I
not
agree with
because of
that. I agree with that. But she's going from her personal experience. This guy is saying gay
I.
people are pedophiles. She's saying I
It
was
is.
molested as a child, and it was a
I get.
heterosexual male.
But both of their statements had flaws. And that's what pretty much what I'm pointing out is that we got to be careful. Like we can't just
How
say
can her
like,
statement be a flaw? That's what happened to her. It was a
oh,
heterosexual male
because you
who molested her.
because you're missing half of the message. You're hearing half of it, and you're not hearing the end. Like, okay, yes, I look, I feel sorry for her and what happened to her, and even how it might affect her to this day. But what I'm trying to say is, it's dangerous to try to categorize a certain type of person for
I
doing
don't think
something.
she's categorizing. She's rebuttaling
She
what this
did.
guy's.
She
She's rebuttal.
by
She's
her making an point.
rebuttaling what this guy said. He's saying that gay people are pedophiles. She's saying I was actually literally. He's not giving no evidence. He's just saying, "Oh, the gay people are pedophiles." She's saying, from my personal experience, I was done some kind of way, and it was a heterosexual male.
Okay. So I mean, if she was trying to clear up okay, I'm with that. So me and her have the same argument. If she's saying that, oh well, don't try to put it on this group because it happened to me because of this group. It could be either group. That's like really what I'm saying. Like,
And
don't try
that's
to
her
say,
rebuttal. Like what he's saying
okay,
is not true.
if she's saying the same thing I'm saying, then great for her because it didn't sound quite that way when I heard it. But if that's what she's actually trying to do, great, because that's the point that needs to be made. Like, stop trying. Like, I don't. Neither one of the people are bad. Like, I mean, or like in that sense, neither one of those people are good. Whoever's doing it is doing like that's the crime that they're doing. But like that that sex trying to say that because either way, if you either person, you're trying to say that if just because you end up in this group, because one of us will have to end up in one of those groups. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's simple. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're talking, or gays or heterosexual. That's what, like, so we landed in one of those groups. So now everybody, you know what I'm saying, can be stigmatized as being a pedophile at this point.
Anybody who does it. I mean, it could
What?
be anybody. That's the point.
Oh,
Straight,
all right.
gay,
You're not even
heterosexual
here.
man.
All right, that's fine. That's fine. Because you're getting all uptight when I'm saying obviously what you're saying.
Yeah. Let me read this comment.
I
It
mean,
says,
me and you need to clear up some things. Like, you upset with me about something? No, I'm
no.
good.
But
No,
this
I'm
is
being fun.
emotional, though. I ain't gonna lie. Let me read this comment. It says, I was a social worker in child welfare. I worked in CPS unit. All sexual and physical abuse cases. I fucking hate people like this, man. First of all, people that say they care about kids would do research and know that people that abuse children come in all walks of life. They would be out here teaching children to the tools needed to protect themselves. You see, men like this don't give a F about kids. The vast majority of predators are men, and they will abuse boys and girls. Hold on. Less than 10% are women, but they do exist. The majority of abuse happens close to home. Children aren't out here being preyed on by drag queens at the library. Children are being preyed upon by uncles, teachers, coaches, priests, neighbors, and so on. When I lived in Georgia, I hear so many bigoted white Southern Baptists say that a pedophile is gay. It's quite simple. If a man abuses a young boy, he's not gay, he's a pedo. They spew this hateful and dangerous rhetoric, and meanwhile, 1 in 4 kids is being abused right now as I type this message.